Hi everyone, I'm Noelle and this is my 25-week pregnancy update. This week baby is the size of cauliflower. That's interesting. And my due date is still September 15th. I had a doctor's appointment last Wednesday at 24 weeks and 1 day, and we listened to her heartbeat and it was good. And I met the third of 3 doctors in my group, and she was really nice. She, just sat there relaxed, wasn't rushing anything, was listening, and really nice. So we talked about a couple of things. We talked about the Unisom and B6 that I'm still taking, and I asked her, is it safe to keep taking, because I had concerns about taking the Unisom for too long. The B6 is fine. And she said, you take it as long as you feel comfortable and as long as you need it. So I haven't tried to not take it this week. I'll hopefully, well, I don't know. I have crazy weeks right now, and so I don't really have the ability to take a sick day. So eventually I will try again and see if I still need it. But for right now, I'm still taking it at night. We also talked about weight gain and healthy eating. I brought it up. I asked if I should be concerned that I had already gained 20 pounds at 24 weeks, and she was very nice. She did not say that I had gained too much or, anything like that, but she did say that, the recommended amount to gain is between 25 and 35 pounds, and that there are several things I could do if I was concerned about how much I was gaining, including being more active, which I definitely do need to do, and really watching my carbs, which I've been really bad at. And she did mention that fruit is processed very much like sugar and carbs when you're pregnant, and I didn't necessarily know that. I know it's a natural sugar, but I didn't know that the body when you're pregnant just doesn't metabolize it as well. So even to watch my fruit intake, I didn't really know that. And she also said to really focus on increasing protein, which is another thing that I'm really bad at because I don't like meat. So after that little discussion, I have been really trying to change up my eating habits this week. And I think it's been going well, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Symptoms this week, I've had a couple new symptoms pop up. I have been getting leg cramps at night, and I used to get them a lot when I was a teenager. And so it's, something that I'm used to, but it's just kind of, that hurts. And it's not every night, but I did get them a few nights this week. I've also been extremely tired and sluggish, as you can probably tell from my demeanor in this video. I am exhausted, and there is no reason that I should be exhausted because I am literally in bed before 8 p.m. almost every day, and I don't get up in the morning until my alarm goes off at 7:30, except for 5 days a week when I get up at 4 for my husband to wake him up and make his lunch, and then I go back to sleep right after that. But I don't know if it's just poor quality sleep or, the waking up all the time to pee, or I'm not sure what it is, but I feel like a zombie. Like my eyes are half closed and I'm just exhausted all the time. So that's been fun. I've also been getting quite a few headaches, and I'm not sure that it's necessarily pregnancy-related headaches or hormones. I think it might just be stress, tension, staring at the computer too long with my job, and all that kind of stuff. And another thing is I think I might be having some Braxton Hicks contractions. I actually have been feeling this for several weeks now. I just didn't really recognize they were contractions, but I feel like kind of that fist clenching in the bottom of my uterus, lower abdomen, and it doesn't hurt at all. It's not painful. It's just kind of a weird feeling, and then it clenches and then it releases. And it doesn't happen very often, but I have noticed it throughout the days, and just try to increase my water when that happens. My doctor did say it's completely normal. You just want to rest and increase your water intake, and then of course call if there's too many of them or they become painful. I've also been having some interesting vivid dreams this week, which I haven't had since really the beginning of the pregnancy, and they haven't necessarily been pleasant. So it's not every night. They just happen every once in a while, but it's just another interesting symptom. My emotions this week, I have been very overwhelmed and very stressed out, and part of that is due to like this countdown of 14 weeks now or less, and just like, oh my gosh, how are we going to get everything done? I'm looking at my calendar and it's like filling up for the next 2 months, and yeah, it's already June. It's crazy. But also because I've been very, very busy. I've been working a lot, and I've been doing some freelance jobs and also taking on some more responsibilities with the one paid job that I do have, and it's just a lot. And I can't really cut back on any of them. Mostly they're temporary things, so it's not like this is adding a whole lot of stress to my life. It's just a couple weeks of some intense work days, and then it should ease up in the next couple weeks. But it is just, the to-do list is not, getting done. I'm not getting the things done that I would like to. Some of the things with like organizing were on hold for, we might possibly be getting to borrow a changing table that my dad made when my sister and I were little, or made for us when we were born, and it might be a while before we get that, and so I can't really organize the dresser and the diapers, and can't really do as much as I would like to because we're waiting. So just trying to calm down and get the little things done that I can. Weight gain, interestingly, and let's talk a little bit more about that this week. So I weighed myself after breakfast today, and it showed that I had actually was down a pound from the weight that I had gotten last week when I weighed myself after lunch. And so then I actually weighed myself a little bit later, and it was the exact same weight as last week, which is awesome and super exciting because I really, really have been wanting my gaining to slow down just a little bit. And I think there's several factors going into this. One, I have not been as hungry this week. I still need to eat quite frequently during the mornings, but other than that, I'm just not eating as much the rest of the day. So I'm sure that's helping. Also, I really have been trying to take my doctor's advice into consideration. I do eat a lot of fruit in the morning, but I'm also now incorporating more peanut butter with that, so I'm getting some protein from it. I switched out the sugary yogurts that I was eating, and I now have Greek yogurt that I'm eating in the morning, and I'm trying to limit myself to like one muffin or one like breaded carb in the morning. I'm trying to eat less pasta throughout the day and eat more chicken or things with beans and rice, and just try to switch out the kind of carbs. I haven't eaten as much. Like, I think the week before I ate like pizza and brownies and all this stuff, and I haven't had any of that, I don't think. Maybe a little bit of that, but at the beginning of the week, but we really haven't indulged in too much of that. I've also really increased my veggie intake. I've been trying to eat salads at least every other day, and then having some kind of cooked vegetable with dinner, and just, being more aware of that and trying to reduce the sugar. I haven't had any ice cream in the house. If I want ice cream, I'll use my food processor with a frozen banana and strawberry, and make that little bit of a like frozen sorbet type thing, and that's awesome. And I think all of that has just really helped this week, so that I wasn't packing on the pounds with the carbs and everything. Now, it may not continue that way. I may end up gaining who knows how much next week, but I am just trying to be more aware and really strategic in my food choices. Cravings and aversions, not really much going on this week. I have wanted popcorn, which I make myself with on the stove with coconut oil, a little bit of salt, so it's pretty healthy. And I always use organic popcorn too for that. Essential oils I've used this week, just lavender. Just kind of smelling it from the bottle just to get some calming and relaxation in my life. Preparations for baby, not too much this week. I've continued to do some laundry, and I have been working on my baby shower. I do have a friend who is helping me host it, and we're kind of going back and forth with Pinterest ideas. Right now we would like to do a Beatrix Potter garden party theme, which is super fun, and it's not going to be as extravagant as anything on Pinterest. We're going to try to keep it pretty simple and affordable, but I went to Michael's and I've gotten kind of some, I got some flowers and some, like, they had little butterflies and flowers for like decor, and like corally pink, light pinks, and teals and stuff. So I'm really excited about that. This week I made up the invitations, and so hopefully we'll get those out early next week, and that's just very exciting. Baby buys, nothing is here yet. I did make a couple of online orders this week, and actually next Wednesday you will see a video going up of a Citrus Lane mystery box that I bought. And then when the other stuff comes in, I will show you that stuff as well. So let me show you my 25-week belly. Okay, I'm wearing a dress, so it's kind of hard to see here, but there it is. I definitely feel and look pregnant. That's for sure. One other thing that I want to mention is my belly button. While it has not popped out yet, the very top of it, the very top, there's a little like a flap of skin or whatever that has kind of pooched out, but the belly button itself is it's almost flat, but just a little bit under flat. So I'm waiting for when that's actually going to pop out. But that's it for 25 weeks. I cannot believe that I am almost done with the second trimester. I only have 2 weeks left. This is crazy. Like, my how time flies. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye. I have heard that Medela really does try to not put too many toxins in their stuff, but obviously the best option to use is glass bottle.